Yo, what's good, peeps? The news that Sony is closing their online stores for the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation Vita, and also the PSP. I thought today I wanted to quickly take a look at some of the best games I feel you need to buy before they do disappear. Some of these games can be purchased physically, but you will be spending a lot more money to get them, so it's best to get them now while you can for a reasonable price. First up, we've got Power Stone Collection. This features both Power Stone games, which are awesome arena fighting games, but with extra content, sharper graphics, and better performance. This was released physically on the PSP, but the PlayStation Vita version was digitally only. So once it is gone for good, so get it now while you can. This collection takes the three portable Grand Theft Auto games and puts them into one package. You get Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, and the truly interesting and rather weird Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. Now, whilst these were released on other platforms, this is kind of the only way you can get some GTA action for the PlayStation Vita. For many people, Persona 4 Golden is the best game that was released for the PlayStation Vita. This is an updated version of the PlayStation 2 classic, and it improves in every way you could imagine. It is a tremendous RPG with a great story, interesting characters, and a fun combat system. This can be found physically, but the price is just getting higher and higher, and it will go up even more once the PlayStation Vita store is officially closed. Uncharted Golden Abyss is one of the standout titles for the PlayStation Vita. It showed just how powerful the system was, and it was a darn fine Nathan Drake adventure in its own right. Prices for the physical version are starting to climb, so it's best to add this one to your digital library now while you can. The original Jet Set Radio was a smash hit on the Sega Dreamcast, potentially one of my favorite games on the machine, but the version we are looking at is the HD remastered for the PlayStation 3 and also the PlayStation Vita. Some will argue that this has better graphics, better sound, and tighter controls too. Now, once the PlayStation digital store closes for the PlayStation Vita and also the PlayStation 3, there will be no way for you to get this game as it was never physically released. Obviously, for those who do own the Xbox One or whatnot, you can play it over there, but this game definitely on the PlayStation side of the fence is digitally only. It's pretty crazy to think that Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of Patriot managed to wrap the story up. To me, this is a tremendous game that is one digital game that you have to get now before it is too late. Even if you do not plan on playing this game right away, having it on your machine or within your library for a rainy day is definitely the way to go. Soulcalibur 2 was already an awesome game, but Soulcalibur 2 HD Online to me is definitely one of the best ways to experience this 3D one-on-one fighting game. It features the bonus characters from both versions, it has much better graphics, and it runs at a solid frame rate too. This one was never made physical, so when it does gone from the store, it's probably gone for good. The only way to play Tokyo Jungle in the West is digitally. This is a game set in a post-apocalyptic Japan, but instead of playing as a badass, you play as an animal. It is a fun and weird game, and one that is available on PS Now. But I guess once the store closes, any chance of actually owning this game is gonna be gone. Demon's Souls is the game that started it all. What is interesting about this is that you may think you can just go to a used game store or eBay and buy a physical copy. Well, those physical copies are getting harder and harder to come by. If you want to play the original Demon's Souls, the digital version for the PlayStation 3 is probably the most affordable way you can do this. In my honest opinion, the Infamous series is a fantastic set of games that does not get enough love. Infamous Festival of Blood is a digital-only game that takes Cole and puts a vampire supernatural theme on his world. This is awesome stuff indeed, and it is just so much fun to experience. Unlike the other two Infamous games that were released on the PlayStation 3, Festival of Blood has never seen a physical release. JoJo Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle is a 3D fighting game and one of the most over-the-top in the series, which is really saying something. Not enough people have enjoyed this, and to me it's definitely one of the games that is well worth adding to your collection before it is too late. It may not be the deepest fighting game that you will experience, but it's more about making it absolutely having fun playing this game. Definitely a real laugh to have, and for me, a real gem to definitely have in your library. For many, Persona 3 Portable is going to be one of the major games on this list that many people will be kicking themselves over for not buying when they had the chance. This is a tremendous RPG that is the ultimate version of Persona 3. It adds in a new female protagonist that many people rate as one of the best protagonists in the entire series. Persona 2 Innocent Sin was released for the PSP, and it is actually a remastered of the PlayStation 1 game. It is a very solid RPG and one that playing now certainly has a real old school feel to the way it is made. This is definitely one of those games that many people will probably not bother with during the dying days of the PSP or the PS Vita store, and then a few years down the road wish they did actually take the chance to pick this one up. So I definitely feel while maybe now you might not appreciate this game, it's definitely one in order to preserve its memory to definitely add this one to your list. Next up, we have Xenogears, which is part of the PlayStation Classic line on the PlayStation Store. To me, this was a tremendous and game-changing RPG when it was released on the PlayStation 1, and these days, a physical copy is very highly sought after, so I would really suggest taking advantage of being able to grab this digitally while it is available, as it's not uncommon for the physical version of the game to go up by a few $100 down the line. No matter what you play this on, Suikoden 2 is a game that you have to get now while you can. This is a PlayStation 1 RPG that picked up a real cult following, and a physical copy these days can easily go for around £400. This digital version that you can play on the PlayStation 3 or the PlayStation Vita is by far the most affordable and convenient way that you can actually enjoy this amazing JRPG. Anyway peeps, that was a run through of around 15 games that I feel is definitely worth checking out from the PlayStation Store when you do get a chance before it does close for the PS3, the PlayStation Vita and also the PSP. As I mentioned, these are definitely games that I personally feel are well worth buying, but I know there are loads of games on the store that are definitely still worth checking out. Too many for me probably personally to run through. Do let me know your thoughts if I have missed off any important games that are currently on the store that is worth grabbing before I believe July or August of 2021, and we definitely can help each other to preserve some of the great memories for some of these really awesome games. I'm confident that knowing PlayStation or Sony that they will probably re-release some of these games in order for us to buy it on the PS5 or the PlayStation 4 at a later point, but for now, just in case that doesn't happen, it's well worth just maybe stocking up on quite a few of these little ones here. As always, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to smash the like button, do hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so before, and until next video, we definitely say peace out, peeps.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.